Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Harmony Foundation podcast series. And I'm pleased today to be joined with Jolene Bainey with Las Vegas Recovery. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's really good to have you here. We want to hear more about who Las Vegas Recovery is. But before we do that, we want to learn a little bit more about your background. And so tell us a little bit about you and what got you into the field of addiction treatment.
Well, I have 30 seconds. It's a long, kind of a long journey, but first of all, I am a family member and come in through the Al-Anon side of things in dealing with family members with addiction from the time I was growing up to, my adult life. So it's always been a theme in my life. And I also, the other arm is that I worked in the pharmaceutical industry and have that background of seeing people, kind of over-medicated sometimes on medications and being saved, but then taking a lot of medications. So Las Vegas Recovery Center kind of marries those two together, where I'm, instead of helping people get on drugs, I'm helping people get off of their addicting medications. So I have a heart for this. Recovery is an amazing thing for people to find, and I've seen miracles happen.
It does indeed. And of course, my familiarity, and probably many who are familiar with Las Vegas Recovery, is that you're known for your work with chronic pain while also treating addiction. So it's important to note that you're not simply a chronic pain program, but you also have a very strong addiction component as well. So tell us a little bit about the unique nature of what you all do around chronic pain, because I know too many people in the field who say, where's the best place to send somebody with chronic pain? And of course, your name comes up all the time.
First of all, our chief medical officer is a very well-renowned pain specialist, and he comes from a background of addiction treatment, but more importantly, he is in long-term recovery himself, and he's very open about it. I'm not outing him in any way. And he also has his own chronic pain. And so our center's been in operation for 15 years, and the chronic pain about 10 years. And so it's a natural kind of step forward of how to deal with people that we're an abstinence-based program, and how we can help people get off of all their addicting substances and deal with pain in a way that allows them to move on with their lives. Because when you're on addicting substances, it really kind of takes over the quality of your life, the quality of your relationships. And we deal with not only getting people off of all those addicting substances, but dealing with the emotional aspect of how what contributes to the pain, whether it's trauma or it's depression or anxiety or insomnia. All of that goes into contributing to chronic pain. And so we are a holistic program that teaches our clients how to use those tools of mindfulness, meditation, yoga, qigong, massage, chiropractic. There's a lot of modalities that can help people kind of live their life better. Nutrition. So there's a lot of ways that people can actually move forward from chronic pain without all of those, the huge opioid epidemic that we hear about. We really think there's a better way.
Well, and you all have definitely done a great job of really building in that abstinence-based approach without the need of non-intoxicating or intoxicating medications. You started mentioning this in regards to this opioid crisis that we're in, and I guess my next question is, do you see that chronic pain issues in our country have contributed to this opioid epidemic?
The interesting thing is that when you look at statistics of people on heroin, 75% of them have started out with a prescription medication that they either got themselves or they were raiding their parents or their grandparents or somebody's medicine cabinet, because it's been so overprescribed and people will it's available. And so whether they came in through maybe a doctor prescribed or a dentist prescribed for, say, a wisdom tooth coming out, and they liked what that medication did for them, and heroin is the next step. And so it's way too prevalent. It's been way overprescribed, and I'm pretty vocal about that. And I think the whole rest of the nation is waking up to that. Other countries in the rest of the world don't have this problem, but I think people are waking up to that. But yes, what was the question?
You answered
we
it.
do see,
for sure.
Chronic pain. Maybe it had been the first step, but then people, kind of get in the slippery slope.
They do, and they don't see it coming. Sometimes it's just very gradual and very subtle. And the interesting thing that I've learned about people who suffer from chronic pain is that they don't identify as being an addict. So there's this whole concept around pain recovery, in that they may come into treatment, but they don't associate themselves as someone with an addiction because their sort of trajectory of becoming addicted to a narcotic was driven by the fact that doctors prescribed it for them.
Right.
So it's not like the same type of addiction in their mind. And so it's been challenged by me to consider, we don't call them addicts. We call them people who are struggling with pain.
Yeah, and they're dependent on a certain medication, it can't. But the problem is that if you study the brain science, it does change the brain chemistry and the way the brain operates, and you're on a mind altering substance, and it really does change the way your brain operates. So it's from that standpoint,
the transition can happen.
Yeah, there's definitely a correlation. The good news is that these aren't people that are drug seeking. They came through it because they had a legitimate pain issue, and they just got caught up in this. So we can help them to move through that.
Well, so this is not your first visit to Harmony. You've been a friend of Harmony for some time. So what is it about Harmony that you like, and making referrals here? What is it about that you would like to share?
It's a solid program. It's been around for a lot of years. You know what you do, and you do it well. It feels like a family here. Obviously the surroundings in Estes Park are $1 million views, and you just can't manufacture that. So I think there's a serenity here and a sense of spirituality that just being in nature allows you to appreciate, and then just solid treatment from the detox program, and how you bring people in and get them on that solid ground to the various levels of treatment, whether it's inpatient or it's the extended care programs and sober living. It's a really well-rounded program. I think you take a lot of insurances, and that's really, I refer to Harmony when people need to use their insurance. So there's a lot of solutions available to people.
Thank you for that. And we, of course, are quite fond of Las Vegas Recovery. If someone were listening today and wanted to access services at Las Vegas Recovery, how could they get in touch with you?
They can call me directly. Do you want my phone number?
Sure.
Well, I don't know it. I have to look it up. I never remember my phone number. It's 702-374 4170, and that's myself, Jolene Bainey, and I'm just there to kind of have a warm, handshake to answering people's questions, or seeing what other services, even if Las Vegas Recovery Center isn't the right alternative. I am out there all the time, and I know who some good programs are that they can call. So that's always a good first stop.
Great.
You can also call our admissions department directly, and that's 800-790-0091.
Great. And is there a website that we can refer folks to?
There is also a website, and it's LasVegasRecovery.com. I wanted to make sure that.
Easy.
Yeah,
That's
LasVegasRecovery.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to join us up here at Harmony.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.